My name is Cindy Holmes. I'm the director of the School of Intuition and Healing. For those of you who don't know me, a very warm good evening and welcome to 2025. I think it's going to be an extremely interesting year. I think it's going to be exciting. I think it might be a little bit scary. And I just feel that I think for me, it's about the steadiness, but we're going to find out more about 2025 later on this evening. I'm a psychic, I'm a medium, I am a tutor, I am also a business owner, not only the school, but I have restaurant franchise. And really I think that my main overarching desire in the world is to bring healing wherever I go, whether it be through action or speech, but just generally that's what I like to do. Tonight we're going to be talking about intuition. We're going to be talking about your intuition. We're going to be talking a little bit about why we need intuition, why we need psychic information, and how we can become slightly more discerning and how we receive it. But more importantly, Lizel and I are going to be put through our paces tonight, and we're going to be reading billets. So each and every one of you will receive a reading through billets, which is an exciting way of doing this. So let me just introduce Lizel. Lizel is a practicing psychic. She is a tutor at the school. She teaches intermediate and advanced psychic development. She has been on a spiritual journey for some time, and I'm delighted to share the platform with her tonight, and I'm excited to do readings with her. And a very warm welcome to you, Lizel.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Cindy. I am very excited to be here tonight.
Wonderful. So, everyone, I encourage you to comment in the chat if you want to, especially after we've done the meditations, just where you're from to start off with, and just say hi to everyone so we can really raise the vibration. Psychic energy is a high vibration. It's a vibration of excitement. It's a vibration that is different from a healing vibration. As I say, it's kind of a bit edgy, it's a bit exciting, but we're just going to start off with an opening meditation, a meditation where we prepare ourselves to receive, and really just taking you through there because it's such a good way to start off through a visualization and seeing what comes to you. Because let me tell you what, the best information that you receive from spirit is not via a third party, but information you are able to receive yourself. Understanding that gut feeling, watching the signs, being able to, bring in different things to know what the next steps is, because there is a lot of energy around there that is directed to support us. We just need to ask the right questions, and we just need to be ready to receive. So what we are going to do now is we are going to do a beautiful visualization, and part of that visualization, I'm going to explore with you in that some of the senses that you have, because my belief is that we are all psychics. Each and every one of us is a psychic. We are born psychic. It's just the conditioning from when we grow up. Unless you grew up in a family that were open to it, we know we weren't supposed to talk to our imaginary friends at the bottom of the garden. We know we weren't supposed to see things. We weren't supposed to have an invisible friend. So often those were taken away from us, and we were told that those, that's a little bit crazy. People will, treat you differently. You'll get bullied at school. And yet today, people are becoming more open. We're using intuition in business. We're doing mindfulness in business. people are desiring. I have CEOs coming to me and saying, please, can you help me use my intuition more? And so we are becoming more and more attuned to receiving information from what we can't see with the physical eye. So let's explore that together tonight. So I invite you to soften the heart and open the mind, and let us just see if we can still that chitter chatter of the thoughts, that monkey mind that is playing and always busy with information. How can we ground ourselves? How can we open our curiosity of receiving information from the unseen? Let's give it a go. Finding a comfortable position, placing your feet on the ground. And those of you who have got your cameras off, please, if you're working, just take a moment for you. Take a moment to pause. Take a moment to contemplate. Take a moment of stillness, because it's in the still moment, it's between the thoughts that the gold, the information, the next steps arrive. So if you're feeling comfortable and you'd like to close your eyes, I invite you to close your eyes. And I'd like you to feel your feet on the ground. And I'd like you to visualize yourself in a forest, a beautiful, beautiful rainforest. A rainforest where your feet connect with some very moist, rich soil. And as you do, I'd like you to feel that soil beneath your feet and get a sense of the squelches, the physical squelches and the sensation of your bare feet being in this mud. And we just allow the feet to sink into this mud. And as they sink in, they go down through the soft mud into the harder mud. And I'd like you to feel that harder mud, feel that sensation. And as your feet are doing that, from the soles of your feet, I'd like you to get a sense of those roots going down through the layers of Mother Earth. And as they are going down, I'd like you to smell that really rich soil beneath you. Just get a smell of that forest smell. And as you go further down the layers, just feel into that earth, and those roots go down, 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 deep down into the center of the earth. And then I'd like you to see if you can visualize a beautiful ruby crystal in the center of the earth. Can you see its dark red color? And as you do, you connect with that ruby and you bring up this beautiful, strong, grounding energy. And you just feel this energy coming up, up, up. And I'd like you to feel it coming into the soles of your feet, and how you just feel the whole of your energy connecting with the earth. And we bring this energy up further, and we then drop a third root from the base of our spine deep into the earth. And we connect with that energy, and we bring that energy up, up, up. And I'd like you to feel it coming into your base and going up and down your spine. And can you get a feeling and a sense of that straightening your spine? Beautiful, lovely. And then we center in the heart, the beautiful heart energy. And maybe you can just put your hands to your heart and feel that raised vibration in your heart space. Just feeling that the energy becomes a little warmer, a little faster. It's different from the grounding energy of the earth. And so as you use this, we go up through the crown and we shoot up from Mother Earth into our soul star, into the Father energy. And we just allow that energy to come and be received by that beautiful earth energy. And again, we just feel that energy has been slightly different as we center in our heart and we place our container in a beautiful container of protection and love. We raise its vibration and just feel that energy around you as we raise the vibration of psychic energy. And we just raise the psychic energy and we feel ourselves being centered in our heart with this raised vibration. And once again, we bring our attention into the rainforest. And we just get a sense and a smell of the rainforest. And it is just a beautiful rainforest. And there's this path ahead of us, and we just walk down this path and we feel our feet, a physical sensation, squishing on the ground. And as we do, we hear the birds. Listen to those birds tweeting. I want you to get a sense and feel that sunshine coming through the trees on your skin. Smell the moss. Smell the moss. Smell the ferns. Smell the moisture of the forest. Oh, and just feel how grounding and healing Mother Nature can be as we start walking towards where we know there is going to be a waterfall. And we make our way towards this waterfall, and there you see the most beautiful waterfall in front of you. And the water is crystal clear. We can get a sense of this crystal clear water, and we bend down into the waterfall and we drink the water, tasting its freshness. Feel that beautiful water with no chemicals. Just taste the freshness of Mother Nature. Just allow this water as you swallow the beautiful water and taste it. And there you know, behind that waterfall, there is a cave. And with that knowing, you swim through the water, you shower your energy, and behind the waterfall, there is a beautiful box for you. And you go towards the box, and you just have a knowing that this energy has something to do with you. This box is yours. You can just get a sense that it is. You know that it is. And you open the box, and inside the box is a beautiful gift for you. What is the gift inside of your box? This is yours, and you need this for now. You take your beautiful gift, You dive through the waterfall into this refreshing pond. Just feel the water around you physically. As you climb out, there's a beautiful towel, your clothes are dry, and we start making our way back through the forest, back through to where you are now. You have your gift, you feel cleansed, and you arrive back in the call. And when you're ready, feel your feet on the ground, wherever you are, and slowly bring yourself back. Bring yourself back. And you can look back. If your camera is on, you can be back in the Zoom. So welcome back, everybody. How did we all do? Did everyone feel more grounded? Did anyone taste the water? Pop in the chat what sensations there were for you, and really get a sense. You could feel, thanks, Jean, you could feel something, you could taste something. Did everyone get a gift? What was your gift? Just share in the chat what that might have been. So what is extraordinary about what we can't see is that we have, all of us have these beautiful psychic senses. We have an ability to receive information and receive gifts for ourselves and receive information. So I'm going to just talk us through these senses, because maybe you didn't use all of them when I was speaking, but there will be ones that you definitely received information, you felt, you saw. So let's have a look. I have a beautiful slide that I'm going to show you. And let's just go. I need to just... Interestingly, the first one is tasting. And just as an indication, who was able to taste the water, the freshness of the water? And these are all the clairs, and I can never remember them. So we're just going to call it tasting for now, right? And then who of you saw? There was a waterfall to see. There were different things that you could see. So some of you would have used your seeing, your clairvoyance, your ability to see what wasn't necessarily real. Who could smell the forest? I could even smell the forest, even though I was doing the meditation. Yes. So this ability to smell. One of my, thank you, Lizel, for giving us all the clairs as you were doing it. But one of my main senses that I use is smelling. I know when my mother is around. I know when there's danger. I can smell gas. There's different types of food that I can smell, especially if I'm doing a reading, that really help me receive information. So tasting, seeing, smelling. Then who could have a physical sensation? Who could feel the water? Who could actually feel the mud? I could feel the mud between my toes. Yes, Areta, you could feel the mud squishing in your toes. So this physical feeling. This physical feeling. Then there's a knowing. Kind of some of you might have known I was going to take you behind the waterfall before I said it. Some of you just know, and in everyday life, just knowing is really one of our main fields. I had a gut feeling. I just knew something was going to happen, Cindy. I just knew as the phone rang that my mother was going to call. There's just this sense of knowing. It's also one of my main psychic senses. I know a lot of stuff. In fact, sometimes I know too much stuff. But there is this strong sense of knowing. And then there's a sensing, which is different from feeling. Sensing is like, I can sense that somebody wants to ask a question in a certain way. It's kind of just before knowing, but I get a sense that this person is feeling unwell today. I get a sense that there's just been an argument in the room. And it's how you sense and pick up this data. And then for those who are lucky enough, they clairaudience, spirit just talks to them. So they get loads of information just through talking. And so it really is, this information just comes and clairaudience, and you hear things, especially those people who are mediums and talk to those who have passed over. So this is how we receive information. This is how we navigate. And it's really kind of, I believe that our seven senses are like a muscle, and that we develop the muscle and we practice, and we can do push-ups with it, and we can practice to receive information. We can check in, we can read objects, we can use things to scry, to practice these senses so that we can become more intuitive for ourselves and possibly for others. So this is a very basic understanding of how we receive information. And for me, as I said, some of us receive information all the time. There might be people on this call who just have an opening, and what they need to practice is when to receive it, how to receive it, when is it safe to receive it. So it's really important that people who just have masses of intuition and insight and have a lot going on, that they learn to ground their energy, they learn to be steady, they learn to be perceptive about that. And there might be people on the call who are receiving a lot of energy at this time. I believe that as we shift into new dimensions, we are going to become more and more intuitive, and it's going to become more important to be able to differentiate between what we want to receive, and also where we are going to have boundaries around the information that we receive. So that's some very basic information around that. And I'm just going to check on the chat, because I've been focusing on what I've been saying rather than there. Are there any questions at this point from anybody while I just screen through? I feel refreshed and delighted with my crystal box. Lovely. Lovely. I'm not going to read out all these messages. Love the taste of the water. Smelling of the forest. Beautiful. So I hope everyone got some of their own information, because we are all our own psychics. There's a really from RSB. There is a really good question around how do we ground ourselves. In order to have clear intuition, we need to make sure that our spirit and our energy is in our bodies to start with. And then from there, it's important that we connect that to the earth. So a little bit like we would in electricity, where you've got the earth wire. In order to be centered in our lives, to ground, it's important that we earth, that we connect, and we're not out there in the air, but we are embodied and grounded in our bodies, because our bodies. Hi, Razzie, from London. Also cold and wet in London, but it's about, grounding is about being present in our bodies. Embodiment is a really good way. If you're grounded, you're in your body, you can feel your body, you can feel your emotions, you can know what your thoughts are. Good question. So yes, I get confused with my intuitive senses. The thing is you don't as long as you're receiving information, it doesn't matter which ones you're using until you want to develop them. So, for example, some of us only have one sense. Some of us just have a knowing. But we can exercise to develop our seeing. We can exercise to develop our hearing, because I believe a little bit like when we go to the gym and we really our lower bodies are strong because we walk a lot, but we have weak upper bodies. So we can do weights and we can do strength training on our upper bodies to develop that. And I believe the same of these senses. I believe it's a bit like practicing, working out, really focusing on that, because we are all able to use those senses. Lizel, is there anything I've left out or anything you'd like to add to that before we start thinking about going to our billets?
No, I think you've pretty much covered everything. We deep dive those beautiful senses in the intermediate course and actually give and share techniques on how you can build them even further. So that's very exciting.
Excellent. Do you have any advice on grounding and using our imagination or senses when in a highly chronic pain levels? Find heightened pain levels get in the way of tapping into these. Thank you for your question, Rachel. So one of the things, and it depends on the pain level, sometimes when we are in a physical state of pain, there is a possibility that maybe if we are receiving information from ourselves, we might, our psychic senses when we are ill can often be turned off. I know for myself, when I'm ill, my intuition tends to be dumbed down a little bit. I can't work intuitively or as a healer when I'm physically unwell. So possibly if you are in chronic pain, it is difficult to access your intuition. And maybe those are times when you might ask somebody else to support you. You might get an intuitive or a channel or a psychic or a medium to come and support you with things that are going on around you. But often you can use visualization and cooling down to ease the pain and receive, rather not in messages, but possibly in healing. There are ways to shift the energy of the pain. But if you're not getting information, it sometimes then it is certainly worth inviting someone who does it professionally to support you. But don't be upset if you are a psychic or a medium and you receive a lot of information that when you're physically unwell, because also remembering we're raising our vibration, we're bringing in a level of vibration. Good. Thank you, Nalu. That's lovely to know that you are able to do that through, and if you do have chronic pain over an extended period of time, there are techniques I'm sure that you can learn to access information. Thank you for that. Self-healing helps. Yes, self-healing is, we have this ability to hold ourselves, to heal ourselves, to channel a lighter energy to our pain bodies, bring it in the pain into the heart. We can ease that and just be with that, because if we fight it, it gets worse. Right. Are we ready to have a go at the billet? So what we decided to do tonight is have a bit of fun. Rather than me just talking about psychics and what we do, we thought the best way to do that is to give you all a reading tonight. And we do something called billets. And generally speaking, we do billets for individuals. But billets can also work collectively. And we learned this actually in lockdown with how do we give everyone a reading during lockdown? And we discovered that if we took some symbols and we asked them some questions, we could collectively read. A bit like those of you who attended Soleil's Tarot Masterclass, where she picked some cards. But actually, we're going to give generic readings on some symbols. So I'm going to take you to some symbols. And we've got these beautiful symbols that were prepared for me. I didn't do these. Thank you, Leah, for my lovely symbols. I think they're bright and alive. So can everyone see the symbols? Yeah? Are they beautiful and bright? Because they're beautiful and bright on my screen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you a question. And we're going to sit and we're going to get these up on your screen if you can get rid of other things and minimize what it looks like. And I really want you just to ground yourself. Some grounding would be a great idea, Razzie. So let's just connect with the earth again. Just bring yourself into your heart. Really bring yourself into your heart space. And just sit in that stillness for a minute. You might even want to close your eyes. And we're going to ask quite a general question for now. And the question is going to be, what is it I need to know for myself about 2025? What is it I need to know about 2025 for myself? And as you do that, I'd like you to pick a symbol. Pick one symbol that you are drawn to. Of those 8 beautiful symbols, I'd like you to draw one symbol for now. What is it I need to know about 2025? That is the question. Let's get an overview of 2025. What do I need to know? Keep that symbol in your mind. And then you're going to choose a second symbol. A symbol to go deeper. And is there a second symbol or a secondary reason for 2025? Okay. Has everyone got a symbol? Is there anyone who's still choosing? You can't change. When you like the message for the other one, you can't swap, right? Be honest with yourself. Don't try and manipulate. Everyone's got definitely one symbol and possibly a second one. Right, thumbs up. Thank you for all of those reactions. Fantastic. So now I need to bring up my app and I'm going to just test that you can see. So what's going to happen is we're just going to go from one to the next, and Lizel and I are each going to read each symbol for 4 minutes. Okay, so just listen to the messages, get an idea. You've got 2 of those are going to pertain to you, so be patient while we're reading for the others, but really just sit in your heart and send us energy. Right, this is not, we haven't prepared this. We just put it up earlier and said that's what we're going to do. I have no idea what I'm going to read, and we're just going to go alternatively. So Lizel, you're up first, and I'm going to invite you to tune into the first symbol, which is the pink symbol. Everyone, we're on the pink infinity sign. And when you're ready, Lizel, I'm going to start the clock. What do the people who chose this need to know about 2025 for themselves? 3, 2, 1, and I've started the clock.
So what's come up on this first symbol for me immediately when I felt into it, the sense of connection to spirit came forward for me. So I sense there's a beautiful balance between you and spirit. As you are nourishing yourself spiritually, the universe or spirit or source, whatever resonates for you, is also nourishing you. So for 2025, you and spirit are going to walk a beautiful path together. There is so much personal, spiritual, emotional growth within this collective. It is such an amazing energy to feel into. I've got goosebumps all over. So with this spiritual growth coming forward very strongly, there's a form of alignment and duality between you and spirit, as in you are diving into a growth that you have never seen before. I see you taking on, I almost want to say there's a form of learning, but a form of sharing. Not only are you learning and growing spiritually for yourself within this collective, but you are bringing new life into this specific collective, into this spiritual realm. With this mass awakening that we've all been hearing about, you will be shining your light, being this beautiful symbol, this inspiration for others to step forward into their light and bringing even more energy into this beautiful spiritual growth collective. This connection is so strong. I almost sense this light in the front and this mass energy walking behind it. It is such a beautiful spiritual awakening I have never seen. I've never seen anything like this, experienced anything like this. The energy is going to elevate. Our vibration is going to raise to such a level that it will ripple effect into everything and everyone around us. So it's not just us that is experiencing this beautiful spiritual growth in 2025. Our growth in connection with spirit, but this is also our growth within the collective, bringing forward the beautiful light of others, being that inspiration for others. So step into your light, allow it to shine, share it, don't be afraid. That is what we need to do right now. That is what I feel in this collective. I'm even getting emotional. That's how beautiful this energy is. Oh, amazing. And I feel even for myself that I am part of this collective. That's how strongly I feel this energy. Let's see if there's anything else. Yes, I just feel this beautiful duality between you and spirit, this collaboration of sorts for this.
Anything else?
Yeah, I just feel this beautiful collaboration between spirit and ourselves in this mass awakening.
Wonderful. Lizel, thank you so much for that reading, and I hope that was meaningful. I haven't chosen one, and I was trying to focus on that and not go to the next symbol. There's a temptation to look at the next symbol. We should have had like random ones coming on and just pushing that. I think for next week we could just have random ones that we haven't seen and then just push it and go that's next, because there's a temptation to read the next one. So Lizel, do not read the next one, because I really want this pure connection as it comes and as it goes down. So I'm just going to tune into the turquoise one. We're here with the turquoise one with all these beautiful marks on it. I'm going to push the clock, and then I'm really going to focus on that. So as I tune into this beautiful symbol, I get layers. I'm getting a real sense of layers, many things that are going on. And I feel like people who have chosen this have gone through 2024 has been layers of complications. And I feel as you step into 2025, there's going to be some more order around these layers of complications, around these layers. There's going to be some form of sacred alignment. But I also feel that there is a choice point with people who have chosen this, a choice point for them to really use what is happening astrologically to start letting go of the complications and bringing the challenges into a place of healing, into centering and really bringing it in. I also feel with that it's going to be a gradual way of divine order through 2025. It's almost like it's layered. So there's the first step, then the next step, then the next step, then the next step. There needs to be a steadiness in this beautiful turquoise symbol. There needs to be a lot of conscious stepping out and stepping in, stepping out and stepping in. I also get a sense that there's going to be spiritual growth, but there are also very practical things that need to be resolved for people who have chosen the symbol. There are specific tasks where you physically need to wrap up things, finish them off. I also get a sense of selling off things. I don't know why it's telling me this, but are there things that are cluttering, that are blocking the simplicity that needs to happen? So again, it's very much part of this really completing, recommitting, completing, recommitting. But who has chosen these symbols, I do get a sense of this complication. And it's complication in all areas. I'm not drawn towards spirituality or relationships or whatever. I feel like the person who's chosen this has had a lot of challenges in all areas. It's almost like each and every area of their life has the boat is rocked, and that they need to slowly and steadily build into their life becoming that beautiful centerpiece, the centerpiece of alignment, taking all of the learnings, and not just the learnings of last year, the learnings over a period of time. And it's really sorting and then starting those new beginnings gently. The message I'm getting is, if something doesn't work, don't become despondent, try another way. There are many routes to solutions, and that not everything will go smoothly straight away this year. You need to keep trying and try again. It's this constant movement of the layers of complication. And that is for the turquoise. We then move on to the next one, and that is for you, Lizel. So I'm going to go the beautiful green heart, and let's go with that. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Cindy. So the moment I feel into this beautiful energy of the green heart, to me, it speaks very loudly to building a relationship with the self. So what I feel into this energy is 2024 was very much a period of learning hard lessons, things that didn't work out. We had to let go. We had to integrate that lesson after letting go. We had to realize and learn how to release and let go during 2024. So coming into that 2025 energy with this specific symbol, learning all those lessons, it is time for us to step into I don't want to say a cocoon phase, but a phase of where we put ourselves first, where we learn how to take care of ourselves for a change instead of taking care of others. Stepping into that sense of self-care is not only doing things that make us happy in one aspect. This is multi-layered. This is self-care on an emotional basis, a physical basis, a spiritual basis, body, mind, soul, on all the levels, career, home environment. It is speaking to you, stepping up and taking back that love for yourself and doing what really excites and nourishes you down to a soul level. It is really speaking to you, building a routine that you can incorporate back into your daily life to fill those voids. Now that you've integrated those lessons of letting go, where we have now created space to bring in the new, we need to incorporate this new, I don't want to say regime or regime, but this new sense of love for ourselves and how that looks for us. Because not me, not you, not the person next to you wants or needs exactly the same thing: to feel nourished, or to feel fulfilled, or to feel loved. You need to identify what this is and what this means for you as a person. So that is what 2025 is all about. Building this beautiful foundation of nourishing yourself in all aspects of the self. Let's just see if there's anything else. And again, remember, this is body, mind, and soul. And there's deeper levels within that. As I said, it's career, it's personal in the sense of socializing, it's family, it is, I can't remember all the levels, all the aspects now, sorry about that. But it speaks to a deeper level of nourishing, not just your everyday taking care of yourself nourishment. There's more to it. Self-development, all of those aspects are being spoken to in this specific symbol. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lizel.
Thanks.
Well done. And I'm just going to move straight on to the next one. And here we go. The timer is on. So as I tune into that beautiful red triangle, it's this, there's something very clear and powerful about this symbol for me. It radiates a sense of strength, and the triangle, the three edges, the symbol of the power of three, the ability to navigate through anything. And we know that the power of three is a spiritual number, and I feel that the triangle, for people who have chosen this, represents a sense of personal power, a sense of it is now time to, again, to bring it together, to bring these aspects, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with the world, your relationship with others together into forming your personal power and your personal strength as you step into this 2025. It's about, I want to come to the death and the rebirth of the ego, that the ego has been through a lot, and that the ego is finding inner strength to connect and be connected with others, because the triangle is coming across as a symbol of connection. It's connecting your life together, but it's also connecting aspects. I feel people who have chosen this have felt very disconnected recently, almost like I'm getting the triangle sort of being three. Some of them are like three single strands, so 1, 2, 3 single strands, and then I get a sense that others have been, these three elements have not come together. The coming together will be more around it's connecting with each of these, but it will be time. It needs to be conscious. There needs to be a conscious intention. There needs to be a conscious vision around what the vision is. And if you haven't created a vision of bringing your all areas of your life into a place of personal power, my suggestion to people with the symbol, really go and do that. So your relationships, and you might define the specific relationships, but I'm just getting from the symbol that there is a need for one to be very specific around what you're asking for in each area of your life, and really refining it. And if you have already set your intentions for 2025, please ensure that they're balanced, that you haven't left aspects of your life, like your love relationship, because you've been married for 30 years. Everything needs a rejig. Everything needs a definition. Everything needs guidance. What is the message out to the universe? And what is it? Because this year is going to be even faster. So if the messaging is clear, and I'm getting, and those of you who are very complicated, I'm drawn back to the turquoise. Come and simplify into simple requests, simple intentions. And as I say, don't leave out. If your career is going well, don't leave it out. That is the very important thing. It's the power of the three that you're bringing together. Thank you. Lizel, 3, 2, 1, go. This is the mauve one here.
Yes, beautiful color. I absolutely love it. So feeling into the energy of this beautiful symbol, the first thing that came to me was a change of direction. Now, a change of direction can mean very many things. As you see, there are many different points on this beautiful symbol. So the change in direction can either be career, it can be finances, it can be home, it can be a physical move even. So it doesn't matter if you have, going back to Cindy's previous symbol, it doesn't matter what you have planned or set out for this year. There's a sense of there's going to be a redirection by spirit, something unexpected that you are currently not aware of. It is something that you well manifested, but you are not currently aware that it will be realizing during the year of 2025. Again, it's a redirection. So I do get the sense when I feel deeper into the energy that there's actually a physical move involved with this symbol. So it can even be moving house, moving country, something to that effect. I feel we're picking up our roots, moving somewhere else, and then rerouting ourselves into that beautiful ground that is beneath this new energy. And, oh, I'm getting goosebumps all over. With rerouting ourselves into this new energy, we will be planting seeds of light for others to experience. So this whole redirection, without us actually physically doing anything in the sense of putting yourself out there, just moving from your current energy situation into this new energy situation is creating a ripple effect. This also ties back into the first symbol in the sense of you are being placed in a certain situation or specific situation or even physical area by spirit to influence the energy there just by being you, just by shining your light, living your life as you are. Be who you are. Speak your truth, live your truth every single day. As I said, I do sense that this is a physical move, but there's a part of the collective where I do pick up this is actually a career shift. This is a shift of being more aligned into what you and spirit have come together to manifest for yourself. So you will be taken from, I do sense quite a bit of negativity around this current career situation. And then you manifested this move into a new career direction. This is a smaller part of the collective, though. But you have manifested this move from this one career situation to this new career situation. That is going to be so much more aligned with what is in your heart, what is in the heart of spirit, what is aligned for you and spirit. Yo. How's that timing for you? Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
There we go. Beautiful. Thank you, Lizel. And I've been purposely watching the chat and not looking at the next symbol, and I'm into the next symbol. Wow. So as I tune into this symbol, it's interesting because the color for me, and as I'm seeing it in my mind eye, is almost like it's pulsating and it's kind of going to a softer orange, and then it goes to a slightly brighter, and it goes to, which for me makes me feel like this year is going to be both the light and the shadow and the light. And people who have received this really are invited to go inward and come into the circle and move towards who they truly are. The dot is resembling is remember who you are, bringing your focus back to who you truly are and finding that essence. I get a sense that people have been lost around finding their true essence, finding who they truly are. And so coming into the circle and coming towards themselves. And I get a sense that people who have chosen this either to go deeper or as their first choice, that possibly there is this needing affirmation from others. So looking to others for finding who they think they truly are. And actually, it's what is going on for you and who you truly are, and working with that inner energy. So if you are feeling angry, that bring that anger into why am I angry with myself, rather than looking outward. And so it needs to be a year of real self-reflection. I get a sense that maybe there's some help that might be required for people who have chosen this. And if there's also a sense of a bit of an illusion, like that actually the outward world is creating my pain, whereas I feel there needs to be a shift into what can I do to change that? How can I shift that into a place of integration? And this really, the symbol is so clear for me around the integration of the self into the whole, because as you integrate the energies of the outer world into the inner world, and whatever is going on in the world, I get a sense that people are being distracted, of media are getting angry at the world right now with everything that is going on. And for 2025, try and shift that to working with what you can change within yourself, making what is it you can change to bring yourself back to the whole and to your true essence. And there's a beautiful simplification around, if you do that, the whole world will be brighter because your world is feeling brighter. And just integrating the shadow and the light, there's definitely a sense of union and oneness coming into the center of the beautiful true essence of yourself. Thank you. And Lizel, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so feeling into the energy of this symbol. Firstly, when I looked at it, I thought, okay, moon emotions, absolutely. And then I looked at the symbol and it was no, that's not what's coming forward at this time. What's coming forward at this time is the ending of cycles and the beginning of a new cycle. So feeling into this energy, again, going back to the other symbols, they are all coming together in the sense of, with all the lessons that we have learned and experienced through 2024, building this new relationship with ourselves, we are viewing a lot of endings in certain cycles, whether it be releasing karmic cycles, relationship cycles, family cycles, whatever type of cycles we have experienced in this lifetime. We are now at a point where we are ready to release them and step into this new beginning, this new cleansed, pure energy, ready for our alignment, for what is the next step that we need to take in this life. Whether it be, again, if it's career, love, I do get the sense, though, that this is more it is a cycle of freedom, a cycle of freedom. That now we've gotten to a point where we are able to release everything that no longer serves us, everything that is not in alignment with our energy and our spirit as it should be right now. We are, I almost want to say, mature enough spiritually that we understand it is time to release these cycles, to allow us to step into our spiritual freedom, to be who we are meant to be, to step forward as who we are meant to be, to live in that absolute release and freedom. It is so pure and so, I don't want to say innocent, because it's not the type of innocence that you would relate with innocent. It's just such a freeing energy, ready to allow us to be who we are supposed to be, in complete and full alignment with our purpose, with spirit, in every sense of the word. We have come full circle. It is time for us to allow that energy to build our spirit, to allow us to experience the peace that this absolute freedom in spirit brings to us. It is time. We are ready to step forward into that freedom. Now, now, now. Let's just see if there's anything else that comes through. Just allow it. Don't be afraid. Don't step into fear. Just allow the freedom. It's going to be an experience that we don't know, we've never had before, but don't be afraid. Thank you.
And Lizel, thank you for that. I'm just going to, I'm going to jump in there because there was actually an example of channeling. Lizel went into channeling. You could hear she was just absolutely allowing that information straight through. She wasn't even interpreting. Lizel was just coming straight through, which is just so beautiful to sense the channeling. And sometimes we get people who'll do that, and there might be a voice or something else. It was just such a beautiful channel. And if your message didn't resonate tonight, take part of that message, because that was really a beautiful collective message for all of us. Thank you, Lizel. And I'm not shying away from my last symbol. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Take it away, Cindy.
Wow. So as I tune into this, I really get a sense of a desire to learn more. As I looked at this symbol, there is a desire to grow, there is a desire to learn. And it doesn't matter what, it's like, is it spiritual growth? It's more than that. It's like, what new information do I want to gain? How am I going to use my brain more? How do I get physically healthier? And there's a yearning for energy. I feel people who have received this symbol might be feeling stuck, might be being caught up in things that are not serving them right now. And if they dig into their needs, they will feel that there is a time for learning. I also get a sense of people who have got this symbol, is that there needs to be some quietness. There needs to be more stillness. This person is busy, who has chosen this. And I feel reading or relaxing is really part of what needs to be done. And part of that is learning new skills, learning new ways of doing things, because as you start shifting and changing, there needs to be, it's kind of like, the words that I'm getting is nothing changes. If you are in repetitive thoughts, something needs to change, to shift, for it to come into alignment. So there's something about, there's a rut, and some of you don't even know you are in a rut in certain things. And therefore, there needs to be inspiration. But I also get a sense that there's a shadow side of this. It's almost like an archetype. There's an archetype. So if you've chosen this, the shadow is you're super busy, you don't relax, but there's a need for yearning and a desire to learn, and you can keep learning. And then there are people here that are learning and not stepping into their power. So this whole symbol is around, if you have knowledge, are you stepping into your power and sharing it? Or are you in a rut? Or are you in both? And so accessing outward information to shift and change. And there's something about the mental body here. There's something about repetitive thoughts that are holding you back. I get a sense that people who have chosen this are yearning to spend more time connecting with nature and finding space. And even if you are in a big city, but just finding a park, finding somewhere where you can create contemplation, and that you start slowing the mental mind down such that you can receive information or you can change information. So there's quite a lot of different aspects, but it's about the mental body craving change and new information. It's about pausing in nature and shifting. And it's about really focusing on the thoughts that are not serving you right now. On a positive note around that, people who have chosen this symbol are going to leap forward in 2025. If they make that change, it will leap forward and it will shift significantly. So make that first step, make that change with some of the examples if they resonate with you. And thank you. So there we have it. It's the first time I've done that. I've watched other psychics do that. So I really hope that there were messages in there for you and each and every one of you received something. Lizel, thank you for being brave enough to walk this journey with me tonight, because we teach this in our psychic development classes, and we do it on a one-on-one. But what was great was really to come together tonight, create this vibration and to do that. So what I'd really like to say to everyone, we're not going to go on. I've had a great evening, and Lizel, thank you. But just to say to everyone, we're going to run another one. We're going to run another one in 2 weeks where we will have 2 psychics. We're going to have Shaka and we're going to have Taryn. And they're going to do the same thing. It won't be symbols. We'll think of something else and we'll think of different questions. We don't know what that's going to be yet, but that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do this again so you can experience it. We will do a meditation so you can receive things for yourself. If you've registered for this, you will automatically register for the next one. And then also, if this is something that interests any of you, and you want to develop your psychic skills, we are going to be, we'll send out a link. You can book an interview with one of our psychics, have a chat with them, and we can, whether you want to join the foundation in psychic development. Psychic development is a progression. You would spend 2 or 3 sessions in foundation when you grow, because it's about practice, right? So it's a progressive course, and you get to a certain level, you move to the next, then you have a little accreditation, and it's progressive, and then you go to the advanced class, and you can make this a career, or you can use that muscle for yourself. So really, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. I'm quite glad it's over, because we had a little bit of flustering nerves earlier on. So I hope it came across well. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm excited to see you all in a couple of weeks' time. And thank you so much for joining us, staying the length of the call. Lots of love to you, everybody. Have a brilliant January, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Lizel, thank you for being here, and absolutely thank you to the team behind the scenes who makes this possible for us to do it. We are blessed to have them. Bye all. Thank you.